Following in the footsteps of renowned investors can be an effective strategy for beginners, providing a solid foundation and minimizing common risks. However, it is crucial to balance this approach with the development of your own knowledge and investment skills.
Well, I think that when you're cloning, there's a couple of things to look at. One is you want to look at the ideas that are the greatest conviction ideas, where people have put the most money. So if someone is, for example, an investor who has a 50 stock portfolio and nothing is more than 3% of the portfolio, I think there's no point cloning them because you just can't see where they have conviction. But if someone is running a 15 stock portfolio and the top 3 stocks make up half the pie, for example, then you know that they've got conviction on those. So if you understand something about the way their brains work and their past records and so on, then cloning their best ideas, or at least looking at their best ideas as a starting point for research, is a very good thing to do. I would just say that, so like in the Coke example, in 89, by middle of 89, it was public that Warren was buying Coke. And in fact, when the annual report came out, the price was about 10% higher than their cost price. And 2 years later, it had doubled. So there was a lot of time for anyone to replicate that if they wanted to, for example. It wasn't like, I think typically it's not at all too late to look at something a few weeks after someone has bought it, because typically if you're cloning people who are value investors, they're making kind of a longer term bet and they're looking at relatively large discounts. So if you can reverse engineer their logic, and if you can reverse engineer their reasons, and still looks cheap and runway still looks good, then that gives you some basis to do something.
Consider your personal goals and be mindful of the costs and potential pitfalls of excessive reliance. Successful investing requires a combination of continuous learning, practice, and occasionally, a bit of intuition.